Right, today's review is a Diamond 5 Irelia game versus Yasuo. So obviously the dynamic of this matchup is Yasuo wins very hard 1-3, Irelia wins 4-5, potentially 6, depending on how Yasuo uses his tornadoes. The main objective is just to get through the level 1-3 um, without getting cut, pretty much. This is fine. Ideally you want the lane to push towards you. This is one of the matchups you can just drop CS, because it's just level based. The early laning is just level based. That's fine. He doesn't go on you, so now you want to back off, because if you see here, the next minion, this one, where is it? This minion is about to die. Well, he's gonna die soon. One of these two minions will die soon and give him level 2. If you clicked on him, you'd see how many stacks of his Q he has as well. So ideally, you just wanted, like, you're probably going to have to drop this minion first. Maybe this minion, but you just want to get the XP of these two. You don't really want to lose 200, 300 health for it. So yeah, you're gonna have to drop this minion. You don't have to stand that far back, because you can dodge it. Okay, that's fine. That's really... No, you shouldn't have gone for that minion. Now he has Tornado. Yep. Okay. Yeah, but you like tank the whole wave there for that one minion. Don't think it's worth it. But the lane's pushing towards you now, so that's fine. So it's going to hit your turret on this level 3 wave, and then the next wave will also be under your tower. Okay, you dodge that one. It's good. Okay, you missed that one. I don't think you could have got it. So this is fine. You did use a lot of mana CSing there, but I don't think it shouldn't be that much of a problem. To be careful of his tornado here. I wouldn't have stunned immediately. I think you should have gone for the level 4 first. But that, okay, that ends up okay. So it's not that bad. The problem here is this wave is now pushing, so even though Nunu's bot side, I don't think you can expect to have kill pressure on him. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for shoving. Probably you should have shoved this wave in. No, you want to... Okay, so you still have time to shove this next wave in. You don't need to ward here, because you saw Nunu on the map earlier. See, we saw Nunu here, right? Ideally, you would have gone to check Nunu, what Nunu has, but I'd expect him not to come straight to top. Which would give you enough time to shove this next wave out. And you have level 4, so you'd shove it reasonably quickly. But you do want to shove this wave fast, and you don't want to wait for the next minion wave. And then you just want to base for like 900 gold. Yeah, so this, like, you don't want to go for any of this. You don't need to trade with him at all here. And then you just want to get this under his tower. And now here you have the problem that now these minions are not under the tower. If you'd pushed in and faster, it would have gone straight under the tower, and all of these minions would die, and you wouldn't lose anything for basing here. And there's no way you can trade now, because now Nunu is top side. Yeah, so now you have to play back. And so the whole thing here now is, because you didn't shove this wave, which one is it? This wave. Because you didn't go shove this wave out fast, now you have like, now this puts the lane, this is what sets up the lane in that really awkward position here. And this is going to start pushing towards you by the next minion wave, but like this whole minion wave is going to be in front of his tower, like that. So this next wave is going to arrive in front of the tower as well. And like you're not going to get any of this farm. This is bad here. You shouldn't be pushing the wave here. You just want to last hit it and let it. Okay, that was pretty clean. That's fine. I don't know why Nunu is, because he should have ganked top at some point here. Because your lane was in a really shit position. Okay, so Nunu's invading. Just shove this wave out with your W. Okay, that's fine. And now you base. You don't want to recall there. You want to recall in the last bush. Or even under the tower. Okay, but Nunu goes mid. This is fine. I guess you can TP. If you're gonna place the... Okay, you didn't place the red ward. Probably could have just stunned him there. Because you do have, like, if you look here, when he walks up, you have these 2 minion waves you can Q reset off, and you have your ult. So there's regardless of what happens here, the trade is probably going to end up favorable, because you have the next minion wave coming in, so you're going to be able to get a Q reset maybe on one of those caster minions in the next wave, so alt WQ. And you always have these for Q reset. So if he goes into you, he gets his tornado of this here. So potentially, like if he goes into you and tries to tornado you here, you can always jump to here. And anyway, and then like if he goes into you here, this puts him in a very bad position because he doesn't have flash at this point. So he'd have to kill you, but you will always win at this point because of your items. So like I think there's an opportunity to fight him here. And plus Nunu's in bot side now, so like yeah, I don't know. Like all this is opportunities to fight him and you're just letting him harass you. You have to use your okay. Okay, you kill him anyway. That's fine. Like he just missed everything, but there was no way he was gonna kill you anyway there. So they take dragon. You wanna start killing the tower here quickly. You still have 2 potions left. You probably have time to push this next wave out too. Kind of annoying you're not hitting tab anywhere here. Yeah, I think you would have had time to push the last wave out. Nunu goes into top side, so the wave's in a favourable position now. You can just freeze it here. Okay, you got a ward, that's fine. Need to thin out some of these minions. Okay, this is fine. think you thinned it out a little bit too much. Now it's pushing back to him. There's no gank here. He's not walking up. Okay, he's retarded. Why aren't you leveling your skills with control? Okay, so you can push the tower now. I think you should be maxing Q here, second. I don't even know what the bot lane is. I haven't been looking. Nunu comes up. Okay. Like, there's several reasons you want to max Q second. First of all, you're ahead versus Yasuo, so you don't need the stun duration. And then, like, secondly, it's a Nunu, so you're not going to get that many auto attacks off. And, like, using your using your Q, Emax, it's like, it depends, you're dependent on your W and auto attacks. You should have just left. Like, was it at this point? Like, before even the Yasuo shows, you should expect the Yasuo to come up because he dies here. And it takes him about 25 seconds to get from base. So yeah, you expect Yasuo to show up about here, and then he shows up here. So about 25 seconds. And then like you go and you should have just pinged the jungler back here. Even, yeah, you die here. That was really bad. Okay, so you have Triforce. You should be roaming on the map here, because there's not that much you can do in the 1v1. And it's really easy for you to kill Jhin. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you make it really easy for them to help, because now the Nunu's just finished farming his top side. So you shouldn't have even gone here. Like, you see them at bot side here. Like, Irelia goes down to bot. Sona's coming up. And then Kayn dies. So this is like just really bad. And then you can't do anything about the Herald now. What you should have done, I think, is you should have just like, we go back to, say here, I would have just gone bot. Like, if she hadn't died here, you'd be bot here, you'd kill Jhin really easily. You have ult, you have Triforce. Like, they got a kill in mid as well. So imagine you would have killed Jhin like around, maybe around this time. And then the kill in mid happens. You'd probably get mid tower. You'd be able to pressure bot tower because Twitch is like just arrives after that. And then like here you literally spend 2 minutes doing nothing. Like, you come to the tower at about 11:10. So you clear out one wave. You only clear like, you get 4 caster minions. Cannon minion wave. You put down a ward, and you don't even shove this wave into the tower. So Yasuo gets like, Yasuo gets the cannon minion there. And then they have a really obvious read for when you're leaving the lane, because you're like, you're here and then you disappear. Like if you just come out of base into a lane, it's much harder for them to for them to like predict when you're gonna show up. And most people don't like time when people are coming out of base. So this is like, I don't know, like you don't do anything in this whole 3 minutes here. Or even this, like, so here you die, and then here you lose mid tower. So there's like 4 minutes, 5 minutes of doing nothing, which is pretty feels bad, man. And then now you're pushed up here, like look at the whole map here, it's completely black. You don't have ult, you don't have boots, so like this, you're in a really vulnerable position here. Okay, the map's still black. You should have sat in the bush. And as soon as he walks up, you know that someone else is here. Okay, so he flashes. And now you're dead. Because you don't have any ward. Yep. Can't kill him through exhaust. So there again, like 2 more minutes of you doing nothing on the map. Like if anything at this point, you should just get Tiamat and just shove minion waves. Because you just want Twitch to farm out, really. If you get Twitch to 4 items, and the game's like not, you know, in your base towers, when Twitch gets to 4 items, you guys win. Even though they have a Nunu, because you can kite the Nunu pretty hard, I think. Yeah, you spawned way too late to the top. Now you're like sitting mid, like nothing's happening. You're not doing anything on the map. You're not putting any pressure anywhere. So like here for example, you should see this Yasuo is going to push the wave. And why are you going into mid when the mid laner is already there? So now you lose your tower, you lose a minion wave. Just to sit in mid while your mid lane is already there. Your base when they're doing dragon, you shouldn't go block it here, you need Titanic. Otherwise you're not going to kill Jhin. Okay, use flash but not your ult. Okay, you're never going to kill Nunu. Use Ire's ult. They have to back off. You can push top here. Okay, but you're going mid where the mid laner is again. Like, the last thing you want to be doing here is sit where you're, like, be picking up minion waves with your team. If you're grouping up with your team, it has to be for getting kills. If you're alone, it has to be for shoving out a minion wave. But, like, the whole thing is you shouldn't, like, when you, again, you're doing the same thing here. Like, why are you just showing up here and holding minion waves when the whole map around you is black? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You have to wait for the minion wave to push into you so that you can shove it back into one of their towers at a specific time. And then that forces, you know, if you'd let this wave push to here, say, and then you shove the next wave back into the tower, like you shove it from here back into that tower, someone's going to show up to pick up this minion wave or they're going to lose it. And while someone is there eating this minion wave, you can go mid, you can go top, you can place wards, right? Or potentially, if you know everyone else is like not in this side of the map, then you can go and try and get the kill while they're farming the minion wave. But you're not going to do anything by just standing here like this, because now the enemy team knows where you are. You don't have kill pressure on this Jhin, because you don't know who's in the jungle here, because this is completely black now. So any one of their team can come out of here. You don't know where anyone else of their team is on the map. And then this top minion wave is pushed towards you as well. So the whole map here is completely black. And if you're completely like, if I'm completely honest, the place you should expect their whole team to be here is like this side. There should be one in mid, waiting for the next minion wave to be pushed in by Talia, and the rest of the team should be bot side. Okay. To get a kill. And the whole enemy team goes mid. Now you're not getting any pressure. Like, you get the kill, and now you have to back off. Okay, so they kill Nunu. That's fine. Now you have no minion waves pushed up, so this is really awkward. So you're not, like, you're getting these kills, but now you're not getting any objectives after them. You could have pushed bot out at that point instead of going, like, walking to mid. Like, as soon as you saw the enemy team was scared of you, like here, as soon as you see them back off, you should just go into bot. Like here, you're not getting any kills, and you don't have any minion waves set up. So you should have just pushed bot out, and then that would be under the tower, someone would probably pick it up. Now, Jhin is already respawned, so you're never going to get the mid tower. Could have used less mana pushing the wave there. Yep, so Jhin respawns. Now you're pushing this lane, which I suppose is fine, but you're not going to get any objective out of it. I don't know what they're doing. No, you don't want Spisage here. If there's any like defensive item you need in this game, it's Randons. If you had more damage here, you'd kill all of them. Use Locket. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now they only have one Baron. Top wave is pushing, your bot wave is pushed though. You might get this tower. But like the whole thing, this shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have ever gone the Baron. And the Baron's pretty big at the end of the day. Like it puts them, it still puts them in a lead relative to you. You're never gonna get the dragon when Nunu's there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't see why you're building magic resist this game. And then like at this point the game's already over. Like after you lose this fight, the game's over basically. Because the Jin's too far ahead, you're never gonna pick the Jin off anymore. Because it's really easy for them to group as 5, and you're not gonna win 5v5 against them. Yeah, I don't know why you're going like Randon's last item either. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so you're stalling this whole part. This is fine. Okay, Sona misses her ult. He dies. Okay. That looks pretty boosted. Push out bot. If you'd maxed Q, you'd kill Ari. Okay, you're dead. You can never flash out of that because of Yasuo. You shouldn't be able to get the Baron. Nunu's just gonna eat it. Yep. GG. Like the whole mid game here is really badly managed by you because you're the one that should be directing the pace of it. Like when you go bot like here, because you do it twice in this game where you go bot and you do nothing. Like here, you're not doing anything. And then there's the time at like, where is it? Here. And again, you do both times is without vision. And this just doesn't make sense at all. You have to work off picks where you have vision. Like when you have vision on the enemy team. Because only Nunu shows on the map. So mid goes black, Nunu's top. So literally their whole team could be in bot side jungle now. And that's when you go in on the Jhin. Okay, well never mind, Yasuo goes top there. But you see this map looks like really horrible for you. Because you have no wards anywhere on it. And like, it's like, you shouldn't be arriving to this wave at this point in time. Because this is really easy for them to respond to. Because they've just pushed out mid. They've just, like, your team is responding to top. Jan and Twitch base. And I'd assume Twitch based, both of them based in vision. So like this is I think this is one of the biggest mistakes here. And you waste a whole minute again. Just like the death in top here. Where is it? Here. Yep. I think that's about it.